The other is stories about what we can categorize as sagas. Sagas are a little more controllable. We would just say a saga are stories about the same people or stories about the same place. So same place, we have McDonald's. Going to McDonald's. Going to McDonald's in the U.S. Going to the McDonald's in China. Going to the McDonald's in France. These are different. These still can be kind of a saga because McDonald's has certain procedures that it just repeats over and over and over again. So they get it right, more or less. Okay? Yes.
So, do you mean that one saga can be particular people at McDonald's and all where all the discourses happens? So that's one saga.
I said a saga could be about a particular place with different people or with the same people, or about the same people in different places. Could be that too, or it could be both. Right?
Oh, so particular people and the places, one is controlled.
Yeah.
The others can be
Right. So either the people are all the same or the place is the same. That's what I would say is a saga.
So when we set up concepts contest for a conversation, that's basically finding a saga.
For a conversation, well, it could
Like
be a
contest.
yeah. It's easier. Let's find it easier. It's easier to have conversations if you're familiar with, if you have sagas on it, because you're familiar with the people or you're familiar with the place. It's easier to have a transaction. Go buy a hamburger. When I'm in the United States, I usually, when I go to a restaurant, I usually order the same thing. Right? I don't know, if I want to order something, if I want something different to eat, I go to a different restaurant. So then one reason is maybe saga. It's like, okay, I have an intention, I would like to have something I want. If I go to this restaurant, I know I can get it, right? But if I go to this restaurant and order what I order at this restaurant, it'll be different and I'm not going to be happy. So I just, whenever I want, a particular thing, I will go to that restaurant and have that particular thing. That's not, that's sort of, okay. So you can have a saga. The saga will be at a location, right? The location is an upscale restaurant in someplace in China. That could be a saga. Anybody else think of a saga? A company. Well, it could be, those things, but it could be a particularly specific office, a specific company office. It could be a school office. It could be,
I feel the restaurant doesn't necessarily be an upscale restaurant. I mean, this is a saga, and another saga would be a low scale. Yeah.
Okay. So these are all locations. Okay, and then another case is I'll defund or something like that. A regular regularly patronized restaurant. Okay. So, Go ahead. Yeah.
所以体验青岛 they use
비용 변화되어 규모로 market.
Yeah.
Also started.
Yeah, okay. It could be, So the sagas, we can go, these are all locations, okay? A market. What it means is just, your saga would be a lot of different things happen at that place.
Like our group, that is 2011 speak teacher and student.
Right, this could be a saga. Same people, similar people, repeated place, that sort of thing. Right? Classroom, in every program has a classroom saga. Sometimes you may want to make it explicit, sometimes you just imply, they just learn to do classroom. But I think that's one good thing is to think of the classroom as a saga, then you think of your training your students to get used to a kind of Chinese mode in that Chinese classroom. Or get used to an English speaking mode in the English classroom. Okay. Saga, the literal meaning of a saga in English is what?
A nature story.
A series of stories, a series of stories. So, the Twin Tao thing, that's a saga, Huh? Right, King Arthur. It's from saga is actually from the Icelandic thing. They have these stories that go on and on and on about their heroes and that sort of thing. Yeah. So saga, you'd have many. If you're going to have sagas, you have many things. Aaron talked about the saga of the Lin family, right? That's the Lin family with Tongya, and that's saga. So they might move different places, but are always the same people. That's one saga. When we do the CCC, we decided not to just have one saga, but have many different sagas. So that way we have a little more flexibility. The other thing is CCC, we didn't write the dialogues. We went out and found dialogues. So when you're finding dialogues for first-year Chinese, it's really hard to sew them all into one, continual thing. So it was easier for us to break it up into 4 sagas.
Sagas is with whom and where are you accustomed to functioning in the second culture. So a saga is a repetition of stories with the same people or the same place. For example, if you go and order coffee at Starbucks, you have a Starbucks saga. You behave a certain way to be successful in getting what you want at Saga. At Starbucks, the saga of Starbucks. You can also have a saga if you work in an office and you work with the same people over and over again. That can be your office saga. So saga is a way of compiling what you know and where you can function successfully and with whom you can function successfully. So saga is a good way of keeping track of what we know and what we can do and where we can go in the language we're studying.